Hey guys, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. So really quick, courtesy of Mobile Man over on the Reddit, I wanted to go ahead and cover something for you guys. So on the Vegito Blue unit, you guys probably have seen my breakdown on him. It was a stream. I went into a lot of detail and stuff like that. So I would implore you guys to check it out. But on face value, you guys gotta, look at these units from a different perspective. But on face value, Vegito Blue seems kind of like, he doesn't seem like he's a little bit better. He doesn't have the counter and stuff like that. A lot of people are like, oh, the counter, oh, the counter, oh, the counter. And it's giving me like flashbacks to the LR Vegito Blue thing like a couple of weeks ago where everybody was saying, oh, he's going to be crap because he doesn't counter, he doesn't mitigate. And those are both things that this unit doesn't do. Now, albeit this unit gets a defensive improvement, while the other like LR Vegito Blue as a Transcendent UR, of course, right now, we know he's getting 60% attack and defense. That'll probably bump to 80 to 100. But again, it's the exact same thing between these two units that they're not doing those two things. This guy does not counter. Now, this guy has something, again, over the other one, so I don't want to, in that he does do the additionals. He gets the 150% maximum attack up, so I don't want to kind of compare them too much. I just want to compare the same notion of people being, upset about it or complaining about, which, again, for good reason, because you're used to something and they change it, complaining about the fact that this unit does not counter super attacks, and the same for the other one. So, Mobile Man over on the Reddit, again, shout out to the Reddit. If you guys are not already subscribed to the Reddit, I love these guys over here. Make sure that you guys do subscribe to the Dokkan Reddit. And I was talking about this in my breakdown, okay? A lot of people don't understand that the repeated attacks, the raising his own attack by 15% every time he launches an attack up to 150%. The Kaioken mechanic where he raises his attack indefinitely each time he launches the super attack effect that he has. They call it Kaioken mechanic because Kaioken Goku AGL1 was the very first unit in the game to have that. So all of that means this guy is the hardest hitting Transcendent you are in the game. Under a 120% team. He is edging Physical Gotenks. Physical Gotenks, the previous hardest hitter, with a 170% attack increase SS3 category team on a 120% team. That's a 50% attack disparity. This guy is that good without counters. And this is one of the things I said in my video, and this rings true for both of the units. If you add additionals and counters onto these units and give them attack increases like that, they become the best units in the game indefinitely. Like, if this guy got counters, he's better than every other LR in the game, and it's not debatable. He's a Transcendent UR. Like, I would understand if he was an LR Vegito Blue, like the one that a lot of people want, right? The summonable one, even though a lot of people won't pull him, including myself, actually, now that I mention it. I can understand in that scenario, but he's a TUR. Let's go ahead and look at what Mobile Man said, though. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everybody. Yes, I want to say that, too. It's technically Christmas right now. This is just a brief post to give you all an explanation of how well Super Saiyan Blue Vegito performs, the TEQ one. Ever since he was shown in the game files, I've been trying to figure out the averages behind Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. It took a while, but I finally figured out. One thing to note, all of these numbers are under the assumption that his medium chance for an additional attack to be a super is a 30% chance. So, again, they're assuming that he has a 30% chance to launch an additional super when it says medium. Medium has been something that we've thought means 25%. We've recently understood that it means sometimes 30%, sometimes more or less. It's just dependent on the unit. They change it, but they always say medium or high, but they change the actual percentages on things happening. Anyways, that's what that phrase has traditionally meant. Once he's released, he will be tested to see if the assumption is correct. So this is subject to change. I don't have much time, so I'm just going to lay out the results. If people are concerned about how I arrived at my results, I will make a post in the next day or two about it. For now, I'm going to give you the important information. So he'll have another updated post. Because fights have different lengths depending on how heavily duped your units are, there are different averages for Super Saiyan Blue Vegito at various dupe levels. Because the free dupe version ends up with a higher average buff from his passive and super attack modifier simply because his fights last longer than they would for a Super Saiyan Blue Vegito on a fully duped team. So here's what he's saying. So this guy gets 15% more attack each time he attacks, okay? So on a less, potentially orbed out team, they don't have 100% all over the place. There's a worse team, right? They can't finish events as fast as a 100% team or 50% of everybody. You know what I'm saying? It varies. So on a worse team, he winds up getting more increases because he has to continually attack and put in work. So it changes a little bit. So the free buff is, I don't know if he's giving the 30%. He tends to give, I think, like 25 or 30%. So it's either that or it's the 50% free. But I think it's the free dupe system path. Ends up with a higher version. So we'll just go free dupe system path, which doesn't factor in crits or anything like that. He launches 2.1 on average, 2.1 million attack on average. Average buff he's getting from the attacks is 75%. Oh, yeah, and by the way, this guy has a 160% key multiplier, which is monstrous. So, yeah, you can look at the math and go further in depth. I'm not the best at deciphering that, and I don't want to pretend to be. So, when he's Rainbow Starred, almost 4 million damage. And that's without counters. Imagine this guy got like 5 or 6, 3, 4, 2, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counters, whatever. Just did some quick maths. All of them being just 200,000 on average, right? No crits. You know, the counter crits, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 damage crit. That's why I said this man will legitimately hit 4 million just easily, casually. Just do a 4 million filthy damage in one turn. You guys got to understand this. There's a lot more behind this than we give them credit for. And it's unfortunate that the power creep is this significant, but there's a reason they didn't give him counters. And it's not just because they ran out of space for text, which I feel like they probably did. It's because he would be too good. You can't have the unit be that good, because what it'll do, and it's already happened in this game, what it'll wind up doing is it'll raise the bar for every other Transcendent UR that comes out from there. They will all have to be at least in the same stratosphere, the same realm of goodness of that Vegito, right? And the same goes for Rose. Rose is awesome, but Rose I don't think can peak at this high. Rose is not going to peak this high. And in fact, I'm pretty sure that's a fact. He just simply can't. But he's going to be really, really good. I don't have time to explain any more details right now. I just wanted to give you all an idea on Super Saiyan Blue Vegito's performance before his banner goes live. Although he didn't keep the counterattacks that are the signature feature of non-base form Vegitos, Super Saiyan Blue Vegito has still managed to become the hardest hitting Transcendent UR in the game, despite no counters. It's important to note that he managed to do this under his own 120% team. So his own team. If he were under 170% leader skill, he'd beat every Gacha LR other than LR SS3 Goku. Do you see how wild this is? How wild. Of course, again, it's subjective because it comes down to having more duplicates. But this man out damages everybody but LRSSJ3 Goku. And that, of course, is with the LRSSJ3 Goku getting his 180% up, 18 key super attack, which may or may not be consistent. I got it pretty consistently in my showcase, but depending on your team, maybe not. So, guys, y'all gotta understand this. People are upset. This guy is beastly, bro. I'm serious. I just wanted to break that down for you guys, people that didn't get it, man. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope that you guys did enjoy this brief breakdown. Again, not my work. It's from the Reddit, so I just wanted to point that out. But I should have a link in the description if you guys want to check it out and do the quick maths. I'm not the best, like I said, at deciphering a lot of this stuff. I just wanted to give you guys just the face value of what I can see. But thank you guys for the continued support. Hope that you guys have an awesome day, and I will catch you guys in the next Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. Have an awesome day and take it easy, guys.